students. In today's video lecture, we'll enjoy reading a story from the second book, and the name of the book is It So Happened. And the first story in this book is How the Camel Got His Hump. You know that what is hump? It's hump is a hunch, and hunch that is it's kind of mound over the camel's back. So how did he get it? There are many stories related to this. One of them, and the writer of this story is the famous Indian origin poet Rudyard Kipling. In the beginning, when the world was new and the animals were just beginning to work for men, you know that men domesticate animals to do his work. So it's the story is from very beginning when the world had just begun. So all the animals had started working for humans, the horse, the dog, and the ox. They pulled loads and served men. So there are three main characters in the story. First, the horse, the dog, and ox. But in the story, there was only one animal named camel that refused to work. In the story, he is portrayed as a lazy person who would not listen anyone. So it lived means that animal camel lived in the desert and ate thorny plants. When anybody would come to him and spoke to him and for any work, he would only say humph. Means he would even do not bother to talk. He would only say humph. So one fine Monday morning, the horse came to the camel. He told the desert animal to work like them. The horse came nearby. So did the dog and the ox. Similarly, the dog also asked him to work second time, and finally the ox also came nearby him and asked him to work, that any particular work it may be given by his master. You can see in the picture, dog nearby camel is instructing him to do something. Like in this dialogue, you can see the dog asked him, Camel, oh camel, come and fetch and carry like the rest of us. Humph. The animal would only say, the camel would only say, humph. Nothing more than that. He would never listen to any of them, like dog, ox, or horse. The dog went away and told the man what what the answer would be from camel. So So the dog and the ox, but they all had been refused. They did not get any success in preparing that camel to work. Then the three complained to man against the camel. What may be the complaint? You know it well. That camel would not listen to anyone, he would not follow any of them. Then the man grew angry and asked them to go work double to compensate camel's work. So who had to do double work? Rest of animals in lieu of camel's work. So that was a big loss to other animals, and definitely they will also get angry. Okay. So the animals were not very happy with the camel, and they held a panchayat. It's a meeting, panchayat. The camel laughed at them and went away. He still was least bothered. So here you can see animals gathering called panchayat. Soon the jinn or the spirit in charge of deserts came there. He was also in charge of their work, so he came there. You can see jinn in this picture. So he listened to their complaint and agreed with them. He decided to punish such an idle animal. Then he found the camel looking at his own reflection in the pool of water. So he would do this idle task only. He had made the three other animals do extra work, means that camel made them do extra work, and he would do nothing. He would uh, keep lying on the ground or keep seeing his reflection in the pool. When the jinn asked him to clarify, the camel only said hump. Mean when they asked the reason why he would not listen to his master or to that man or to these animals, or why he don't do any work, so he did not give any proper reason or excuse for it, but he would only say hmm. So this hump means he would never bother about anyone's complaint. He was just highly reckless or careless person. So he showed no willingness to work. So the jinn put a curse on the camel. Soon the camel's back puffed up into a big hump. It was Thursday. The camel was told to work for 3 days without eating anything, and because of his food was stored in his hump. This was all a part of curse. But the hump on his back made it difficult for him to carry the load. The jinn said that it would serve as a storehouse of food. He also said that it would disappear when the camel would learn to walk and camel would learn to behave properly. So there was a compensation for the loss as well, as if he would learn how to behave, if he would walk, this hump of him would disappear gradually. So the camel went away to join the three. What are those three? Dog, horse, and ox. From that day, he has been wearing a hump over his back, but there was no escape from the work. That day is here, and you see, even today, animals, camel is always put on work. There is no escape for him from the work. And then, so he has, however, still not learned to behave. The story says that still he had not learned how to behave well. His condition is still as it is. So there are certain moral in the stories. Like in the beginning, you see the camel was lazy. I didn't want to walk. Then people they wanted him to walk like them, but he did not follow them. Though finally they complained, and then the jinn got angry and he put a curse on camel. Soon the camel's back popped up into a big hump. So this is how the animal, that camel, got its hump. So there are moral value as well, as that one should do hard work. One should not avoid himself from work. There is very good question of fourth in your book. You can see it. Like there are broadly two categories of workers: those who prefer to do what they can do tomorrow, and those who prefer to do tomorrow what they can do today. So there are such kind of examples of animals too. There is no exercise you have to do. I will give you certain assignment on working on this today itself, but you all are expected to read the stories in this chapter, in this book, as well as this is just for pleasure reading. You all are expected to read and enjoy such all many stories in this book by yourself. Thank you.